Hi, we're Harry and Lauren and welcome to our YouTube channel.
Right, this is our Adria Twin SPB Family. It's got two double bunk beds at the back instead of the conventional one double bed at the back. It's 140 brake horsepower, 9-speed automatic. This is where you fill up the fresh water tank. Reversing camera. This is to empty the cassette and turn the grey waste water on and off. This is the exhaust for the Truma boiler, and this is the electric hookup.
And this is our Golden Doodle Oslo.
Let's show you inside.
So this is our dinette, as we should call it. It seats 4 people, but it actually seats 5 because this table lowers and it turns into a bed. We knew that we wanted the front seats to be able to spin just so you've got that bit more room, because we wanted a camper so we could go places. We still wanted enough space for all of us.
This is another great thing about the Adria, as you can see out the front with a big window. And it's got a big skylight as well that opens right up.
And all of the windows have fly nets and also blackout blinds, so it's really dark in here at night. This
is the control panel. You turn them on and off here. This has got fresh water, wastewater, and shows you the front battery and the leisure battery.
And next to that is the Truma heater, so you can have the heating hot water, and you can also circulate air through the van, so it keeps it nice and cool. So we've got loads of overhead storage, which we keep our coffee in here as well as condiments. Then Oslo's got a little cupboard in here, we've got his food, and then this is mainly for games like dominoes, cards, banana gram. If you haven't played that, it's a lot of fun. This is a health and safety cupboard and mosquitoes. We're going to need that because we're going to France soon. Stay tuned. And then this one we keep, it's empty at the minute because we're doing a big clean out. But bread, pastries. We have a 2-burner hob. I know a lot of people go for induction, but we've got induction at home and we can't stand it, so we wanted to make sure that we had gas. Then we have our cutlery and plates and bowls in this drawer, plus the must-have shot glasses. We keep things like rice, pot noodles, ketchup, champagne glasses in there. Got a gas oven and grill, which is pretty good to be honest. We have used it a few times. So then down here we have all of our pots, pans, kettles, chopping boards. It is a huge drawer. Also everything's soft close, and it's all got these buttons
that don't work when you want them to work. There you go.
So then we've got an 84 litre Thetford 12-volt fridge freezer, which is perfect for 2 of us. It's got a small freezer compartment, but to be honest we don't really keep much in there, just the odd ice cream. And then underneath is our alcohol storage and bin that we don't have a bin bag for at the minute. It's running low.
Yeah, running low.
We do like a drink.
So this is our bathroom. We've got toilet and a shower behind this hidden wall here. Is the shower. So we've got quite a big sink, a very big mirror, loads of storage in here for toilet rolls and towels, loads of storage up there for shampoo and stuff. When the heating's on, there's a valve in the bottom of the shower, so if you've got damp clothes or damp towels from the beach or whatever, you can hang them up in here off of this rail. You can shut this, turn the heating on just in there, and then keeps the heat in, which dries everything out. It's got a vent in the ceiling as well, so everything just goes out through there.
And some good bit of crocheting on that towel, if you ask me.
This is the coat cupboard on this side. So we've got all our jackets and coats and stuff ready for winter in there. It's also got a light in, so when you open it, the light comes on. Very fancy. This one is hiking boots, dustpan and brush, the window sucker to take the moisture off the windows.
And we hang a little tote bag on there and just put our dirty clothes in there.
And then this is the snack cupboard on this side. It's usually got cereals, crisps, chocolate, all sorts of, bit of a basket of random stuff in there. This is Lauren's clothes cupboard. So you can put 2 6-kilogram propane gas bottles in here. You've got one above and one below, but there's no pipe running to the top one, so we'll just use that one for Lauren's clothes. The bottom one is where the gas locker is. This is actually a 13 kilogram instead of a 6. You have got to take these off to get the bottle in there, but it lasts so much longer. I mean, it does probably 8 months for us. And it's nice and easy being in the kitchen, because a lot of other vans, the gas is either in the garage or somewhere else. You've got to get outside. So if it's pissing out rain, you don't really want to go outside to turn the gas on, to turn the heating on, or have a cup of coffee or a cup of tea or whatever. So
a fixed bed was an absolute must for us. So here is our, it's probably bigger than a double. It's a weird shape though, because it's bigger this side than this side, but that's fine because generally that's where our feet go and this is where our head goes. We've got overhead storage up here where Harry keeps his clothes. We've then got another skylight with the shade and fly screen, as well as 4 lights, because when you got to think the bunk bed's in, everyone gets their own light and their own USB. So these are touch, you get a bit of a night light and then also a very bright spotlight. So when we're in bed, we do have a projector that goes on this wall. So we just bought a £12 Dunelm roller blackout blind that we've stuck up, and when we get the projector out, we stick it to this wall, and then we've got a 40-50 inch screen.
Fetchka's everywhere.
So it does come with a ladder to get to the top bunk, because it is quite high up when it's in. The ladder, although we've taken it out, it just latches on at the top there, and this keeps it secure. But what we're going to do is put maybe a bit of a table that pops out, so we can put the projector on there, and also my cup of coffee in the morning. Because it's the SPB family, it comes with a bunk bed, which slots on the top there on those rails, which you can have it as a single or it can extend to a double, and then with the dinette lowered, that is how it sleeps 5 people.
So these are the rails we were talking about with the top bunk, and then it slides in and out. This bottom bed does actually fold up to one side, then you can have the double bed in at the top, and then you can put bikes in, so full-size bikes without taking the wheels off. So that is originally why I bought it, but I haven't actually been out, well, I think I've been out on the bike like twice in 3 years, so not very practical. So this is the garage under here. As you can see, it's very narrow. We've got a couple of cupboards on the sides here and here. This is all sort of toilet stuff and water and electric. We've got table, leveling ramps, outdoor carpet, a couple of chairs, and the awning thing. As you can see, that's it, full up. Again, all these windows on the back, these all open. You've got blinds, the fly screens all the way throughout.
And the best thing about having a rear bed is when you wake up, you can open the back doors and you've just got incredible views.
There's also a storage compartment under here, so it's got the jack and other bits and bobs in it. You can put some shoes and stuff in there. These are the vents for the heating. There's another one over there. The Truma boiler is under here.
And there's also room for about 5 crates of beer if you're going to a festival that has a limit on alcohol.
We've also got another projector fitting up here, so if you want to sit and have dinner and watch something in here, you can. There's a few other reading lights and stuff here, but they're too bloody bright, so we never put them on.
So it's warm when you've got the door open. It does also have a fly screen, which is hard to see. And if you look close enough, you will see my face. Yes, I've run into it.
The day we bought it, may I add. You got all the light switches here, and these are some 3 pins dotted around. Another 3 pin over here.
We don't have an inverter, so we can't use the 3 pins unless we're on a campsite or plugged into electrics.
That's the point. The electric system, when we bought it, had a 100 amp hour AGM battery, which didn't last longer than probably a couple of days at most. So I changed it for a 230 amp hour lithium battery. I changed the B2B, the solar charger, smart shunt, I can't remember now, but yeah, I changed loads of stuff on there. It cost us probably the best part of about 3.5–4 grand, I think, including fitting.
But now we never run out, and we've got, so it's a Roma battery, so you've got the app and it tells you how much, am I talking shit?
No, it tells you how much
Yeah.
incentive battery you got, how much amp hours you got.
That's it.
And we've also got 120 watt solar panel on the roof.
The reason that we bought an Adria as opposed to self-build is, one, because of time. We both work full time and I just know that we wouldn't ever get around to it. And also skill. Fair play to those of you that have. But for us, it just made sense to buy one that was exactly what we were looking for. I don't regret our decision at all.
No, not at all. It's a 2021 Adria Twin. We bought it in September and it was 63,500. We bought it just before they skyrocketed, which was a bit of luck in our behalf.
As soon as we took delivery, we could have sold it and made a 15-20 grand profit. But to us, you'd only then, because we knew we wanted a van, we'd only end up paying that price for another van. We are off to France very soon and we are going to be vlogging the entire trip. If you want to see what we get up to, make sure to subscribe, and then by the time you're watching this, our first video of that trip will be out on Wednesday.
We hope you enjoy.
See you soon.